Hello everyone, it is Brick North here, and welcome to my 7th Lego City update. So in today's video, I'm gonna be starting on this wall here, and starting with what's going in this section. So let's just get started. So we're starting off today's episode with adding in this dark bluish gray wall on the side there, which is a continuation of what I did in the last episode, where we started with making this wall out of dark bluish gray and brown. So it looks sort of good from the sides, and it looks like it's rock and dirt. Now we're continuing doing the same, just in light bluish gray, and this time it is to separate the water and the beach and that area from what's going above it. And it's made very simple, just using some 2x whatever light bluish gray bricks I have. It sort of works. I realized after some time that it actually looks shit, so you see me change it later in the video, but for the moment it works. Now I'm starting on this next section, so as always start off with just adding in some support using some 2x4 bricks. And then this here is going to be a little walkway or tunnel or something that's going from the beach promenade to the bowling, and also have a little entrance to underneath there, the place that I'm making. So starting off really simple, just adding in some support bricks underneath, and then a layer of plates that I'm later gonna be tiling. And you also saw like a little bowling sign there, like 3 pins. So that is the same like logo or sign that I have inside of the bowling. And it's, to bring a bit of interest and to show that this here is actually a walkway that leads to the bowling in the end. You can just see me now placing down lots of bricks, and I started to worry about if I actually had enough, so I went away from that area since the tunnel isn't that important, and I went back to the more important parts that you actually will see, but it ended up not mattering, so that's nice. What you see me working on now is the front section of it that will be the most prominent. So I'm having these like 2x2 pillars, and then having some arches in between, just to make it sort of look cool. And then I can have a little boat dock behind it, and then you can also see I have like one bigger arch where you can actually drive some small boats through that. But keep on doing the same, keep on adding in lots and lots of light bluish gray. But now this front section is starting to be completed, and I'm starting to work on this back wall. So this wall here will not be seen that much really, so it doesn't really matter all that much, but it's nice that it's there. And you will be able to see it, but just not that much details on it, since there will be some buildings on top, and then it will be quite dark. I'll add in a little bit of lights, but you won't see that much anyway, because it will be unnatural if I have like lots of light in there, I feel. You can see I added in some black Technic bricks as well, and those are there to support the buildings that is going on top. Now I'm going back to the tunnel parts and making a little entrance to this middle section. I don't know what to call it. And so trying to make it look a little bit interesting, adding in a little light there and having these 2 pillars besides the door. But whatever I add here doesn't really matter at all, since you won't be able to see it ever. So this here will be the first and the last time you'll ever to be able to see any of these details, which I think is kind of sad. It's sort of cool, but you're not a minifigure, and neither am I, so I won't be able to go through these tunnels and look at all the details. So all of that area will be covered up by other stuff later on. So now I'm starting on this sort of new area, which is going to contain 3 modular buildings and a little beach promenade. And as always, have to start off with the supports. So add in lots of bricks, and you can see if I don't add in enough support, it will not be able to hold up the weight of the buildings that is going on top. So just adding in lots of bricks to support it. So this is the moment where I realized it looked quite shit. Well, it doesn't look bad, but it's quite bland and boring. It's just all light bluish gray. So I try my best to detail a little bit more here. So what I do is I add a layer of dark bluish gray bricks at the bottom, so it looks like it is like wet concrete from the water. And then a bit higher up, I add in like masonry bricks, some different textured bricks, and a little bit of dark bluish gray, and some snot bricks. So just so I can add in a little bit of detail so it doesn't look that perfect, because it usually doesn't in the real world. So I'm trying my best to make it look detailed and realistic. I don't quite have all the pieces that I'd like to have, but I'm using a bit whatever I have really. So maybe in the future I'll make an order and change it out once I get that. But I'm not quite sure. I'll most likely change out the color for these leaf pieces, but at the moment this is what I have, so this is what I'll use. But I think it looks quite nice. So it hurt a bit to tear apart everything I'd built, but it's fine, I guess. It took some extra time. I really thought this would be a quick and easy update for me to make. It will maybe take me like 3 hours, like an afternoon, and then it would be done. Nope, that's not true. It took me like 2 weeks, but the result is really worth it. You can also see me adding in 3 small lights to add some details and add in a bit of light into this section here, which is going to be quite dark. It doesn't add a lot of light, but it adds a little bit, and it's done using these string of Christmas lights. So I used that because they're like really cheap. I think they were $3 or something, so that's completely fine. Now I'm starting to near the completion of this area, at least for this time. I will come back here and add in some water to make it look a bit better than just having the blue base plates. But this area is pretty much finished. I may go back and fix a few things that I'm not quite happy with, but generally speaking, I'm quite happy with the results of it. Please let me know what you think. And before you leave, I'll have to show you a little overview of how it's looking. But here you can see it in its entirety. I'm quite happy with it. And I added in this little dock and this little scene of a guy fixing the light that isn't quite working. So I'm quite happy with this area. I think it turned out quite well. I will of course be working in that area a bit later, the one you saw just now. Here we have the tunnel that created me way too many problems, but in the next episode I'll be working in this area. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.